Good afternoon, and welcome to episode 5 of Coco-UNCUT, which is my podcast for Trained by Coco. And today's episode is brought to you in conjunction with Bikini Love and Lucky Pants by Annabelle Edgar. Might sound like a funny collaboration here, but Annabelle has looked after me for my competition wear, my competition trunks, and I know no end of female athletes who use her bikinis. She's an incredible business owner. I'm hoping to get her on a podcast very, very soon. But I like to support people who support me. And she made me some fabulous trunks for Brazil. The 2 new sets of trunks have just come through ready for Budapest, and I'm so happy with them. So it's a pleasure to collaborate with Annabelle with regard to this, and I love supporting her local business. So her logo will be in the bottom corner. Her handle will be at the end of the podcast. So if you want to get in touch, or if you want to get in touch through me, the service that she offers is absolutely second to none, and the quality of the products are brilliant. So can't speak highly enough of her. Today's episode, I'm joined by Tanya Brody, who is a local business lady, and I think that's an underestimation, really. She is a serial entrepreneur. Okay, so welcome back to the podcast. Today, I'm joined by a woman who redefines the word driven. She is a serial entrepreneur. She's the owner of the beauty spot in Newport. She's a busy mum. She's about to launch a brand new female-only gym concept on the Isle of Wight called the Pink Power Club, which I think is amazing. But behind the business success, there's a deeply personal, incredibly tough fitness journey that every business professional needs to hear. Tanya Brony, welcome to the show. Tanya, you run a successful salon. You're a serial entrepreneur. You're a mum, and you're launching a new gym that opens in the Isle of Wight in a couple of months. How'd you do it?
I'm very busy. I'm running the beauty spot business, which is very successful, even if I do say so myself. Launching Pink Power Club imminently. And I think my main having structure is what gets me through.
Okay, so a lot of high performers, a lot of career-driven ladies will always ask how they do it. So on a daily basis, what does your non-negotiable daily routine look like to keep all the plates spinning?
Planning. So I plan my day first thing in the morning, protect my energy, move my body, try and look after myself. Because if I don't, then everything else suffers. If you want to be a high performer, you need to be.
Will listen to this and say, I'd love to get in shape, but they don't just have the time. So as somebody who is living and breathing that busy reality, what's your response to that excuse?
I completely understand that, as I've used that excuse many, many, many times. It's not having the time, it's putting a structure and system in place so that you can manage to fit all those things in. You don't need to spend hours and hours in the gym every day. A few minutes, half an hour, but it's just being consistent with what you're doing rather than going all at it in one time to another. Just being consistent and not spend hours in there just to get moving.
Okay, so I know that you've actually run a gym before called the Strong Room, which I was a member of and has a legacy on the Isle of Wight. It was fabulous. So what is it about the health and fitness space or industry that keeps drawing a serial entrepreneur like you back into it?
It's confidence. I think anyone that's healthy and fitter is more confident. I work at the beauty spot, and women don't just want to look better, they want to feel better, stronger, confident and happy. And fitness is a whole package with beauty. It transforms you inside and out.
Okay, so I'm gonna push the boundaries here a little bit. let's talk about your personal journey. I know we're both totally invested in this and totally committed, but you set a goal to lose 14 kilos for your birthday at the beginning of June.
Yeah.
As we got under the hood, so to speak, we realised it wasn't going to be a linear movement, and it wasn't going to be a straight line. So what was your relationship with food and dieting like when you first started this journey?
I started this journey with you. I found it incredibly hard to eat the amount of food that you gave me. I used to do what everyone thinks is right and undereat. Although I've worked in the fitness industry before and I do understand how it works, I still did it. Starved myself, fad diets, quick fixes, and then wondered why it didn't work when my body is actually very distressed and exhausted.
Yeah, and I absolutely concur with that, and I feel for you because I know how much you wanted this to happen. But from your coach's point of view, I know we've had to reset, and I know we've had to look at other things. There's been other problems, if you like, or issues on the way which haven't helped. But I know that we're on the right track, and it's just going to take a little bit longer. And in fact, today we had a couple of photographs that we looked at that made us realise actually how far you have come. And I think that's massively important. I think it really is. So during this process, we discovered that your metabolism needed a complete reset. And you weren't actually eating enough to lose any weight. So mentally, how hard was that for you to get your head around that?
The silly thing is I actually understand how it works. I get that your body can't survive on nothing, yet in your head you're eating too much, you need to be eating less, you need to be doing loads of cardio, and I know deep down that's not right, but it's how you feel. But your body ends up in survival mode, and then you're punishing it, starving it, and then you're not going to get any results, as I found.
Yeah. So on top of that, obviously you've faced a little bit of illness and some genuine health scares over the past few months.
Yeah.
When you're already exhausted from running a business, what did you employ, if you like, in mental resilience to stick with the plan instead of throwing in the towel? Because there's been some mornings when we've communicated and I've thought, this will break most people. And yet you still go to the gym, you still turn up at work, you're still there at middle of the evening when everybody else has gone home. What is it just that you did? What was?
There's moments I've been completely exhausted, mentally drained, but having health scares really does put everything in perspective. What is the point in having successful business, money, family, achievements if you haven't got your health? So you just need to focus on long-term health rather than quick fixes that are not going to last 5 minutes.
This is so important, and I think there's so much noise out there in the fitness industry at the moment that actually just confuses people. And I think if I'm going to, if I could take one thing away from how you work and how you do things, is that your focus is just beyond. It's just incredible, and I think that's amazing. I want you to take that away. And I'm saying this on a podcast, but I think you beat yourself up, and I think how far you've come, considering what you take on, is just amazing. Which brings me to the next conversation: is you're looking at a new massive project. And I'm saying this with a smile on my face because when you sent me the pictures, I just thought this is fabulous. So it's going to open in the next 3 months. I hope I'm allowed to say the name, the Pink Power Club, which if anybody knows Tanya, is the perfect name for her business. Mm-hmm. It's a completely new concept on the Isle of Wight. So tell me about it. Give me Tanya's warts and all of what the Pink Power Club is going to be.
So working in beauty industry, which I do, I meet lots of self-conscious women that don't feel great, that want to look better and feel better. And I've always wanted to go to the gym. I've always liked going, and I've never had issues with that. But most of my ladies say to me, I can't go in a gym. Everyone stares at you. There's big muscly men in there. I just can't. So I had this idea to create a women's only boutique style gym. So we're heavy glute focused machines, which every girl wants, nice booty. It's all pink. Everything's pink. It's beautiful. But we're going to have bookable time slots, memberships only. So you can book your time slot. You'll be in there on your own or with your training partner or your personal trainer if you want to take them along. There will be education available, programs, anything you can think of. We are here to help you learn and build and love the gym as much as we do, but in your boutique, trendy, beautiful, clean, friendly atmosphere, and it's going to be amazing. It'll be calm,
Honestly, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I think it's great. So in a nutshell, for the women listening on the island, what can they expect when they walk through the door? What's the equipment like? Why is the environment different? I mean, I know, but I want to hear it from you as to what's going to be different about the Pink Power Club.
So you'll book your first induction. I'll take you in there, introduce you to the equipment and how to use it all. All your equipment is pink. It's bright pink. I mean, I can't wait to use it. But we've got everything you need for you to build that body. So we've got glute machines, we've got dumbbells, weights, cables. You'll be able to get a full body workout in the space, in privacy. You'll be calm. It's gonna be clean, not smell of sweaty man. You won't be judged, and you'll be able to learn to train yourself in a way that you want to do it.
It's just an incredible concept, and I'm really excited for it to happen. I work with an awful lot of women, and I have to say that they often will ask me whether I can take them up into the weights area of another gym on the island that seems to intimidate them. From my point of view, I was dragged to the gym at 10 years old, so it's not been a problem for me. But it's a real issue. It's a real issue, and
women hate it. That's the feedback I get all the time. They hate the weights section.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be your own weight section for when you're in there.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say, for example, then that there's a high performance man or woman listening to this, and they want to know how you actually scale your business as well as keeping fit yourself, as well as keeping your eye on the family, as well as keeping on your. I mean, you and I've known each other now for a number of years, and we've talked about different projects and different things, and everything you set your heart out in doing, you just bloody do, and it's incredible. So what advice would you give to somebody who's a small business owner, perhaps, that wants to be fit, but how do they scale their business and keep it all under the same hat, if that makes sense?
You've just got to do it and be determined. If I make my mind up that I want to do something, I'm doing it. I've always got my next project in my head. I don't feel like I'm alive unless I've got something growing up here. I get my notepad out, and if I write that down, then it gets put into action. I make time. I just can't stand still.
Okay, so going off the script a little bit here, has that been the same with your own fitness? Have you had to treat it almost like a business to get it done?
So my own fitness, obviously, when I was powerlifting, got to a certain very good level. And then after opening the first gym, when it all went wrong, I'm not wrong, COVID happened and it didn't survive. Gave me, I was like devastated. So I got out of going to the gym. I didn't want to see another gym. I hated it. I got fat again. And now I just love it again. And I want to show other people that you can love it as well. Yeah.
I think what I want to ask is I don't know which way around to ask this question. What advice would you give to Tanya Brody of 20 years old? what would you say to her if you could speak to her today and give her 3 pieces of advice? What would you say to her?
Keep working hard. Don't go out drinking so much at 25 and go to the gym.
Okay, so now the second question to that is, what does Tanya Brody's empire look like in 5 years' time? Where do you see yourself? What plan? What if you could architect a journey, where would you be in 5 years? What do you want?
Obviously maintaining the momentum that we're at the moment with building up the salon business and tagging on the gym. I have got ideas in mind, and hopefully they will come into fruition over the next few years, but it's going to be amazing.
Okay, so we don't want to forget about the beauty spot, because that's how we initially met, and
no, and it is the main.
Yeah, I think for me, I think a lot of men are probably intimidated by going into a beauty salon potentially. But I've always felt that the atmosphere and the ambience of the beauty spot is welcoming to everybody.
Yeah. We do actually have quite a large male clientele.
Yeah.
So it's great.
I think that's really important. Yeah. So have you done that? Have you done that strategically, or has that just kind of grown organically? Is that
it's just grown organically? Men are starting to take care of themselves just as much as women are now.
Yeah. Okay, so it goes without saying that your resilience is absolutely unbelievable, and the Pink Power Club is just going to change the game on the Isle of Wight. I want to thank you for sharing the raw truth of your journey, and for everyone listening, Tanya actually has and does and will continue to navigate health scares. She runs multiple businesses. She's raised a family, and still prioritises a metabolism, and I'm sure you can too. So if you're a female or a male executive ready to stop making excuses and want some advice, Tanya, what advice would you give them today to start to get in the groove?
Get yourself a coach, because although you think you can do it on your own, you having the support and the accountability of someone like Lance is so valuable, and it is so important. And honestly, I message him day and night, and he's like my right arm. And I've never stuck to something so well as I have done since I've been with Lance. He's helped me so much.
That is so kind words, and I know you're as part of the team, and we do a weekly drop, and it's always massively important to me for me to say to you that for you to trust me with your fitness journey means the world, and it absolutely does. And it's nice that you put a value on in that investment, not only in yourself but in your business. So I'm going to ask you a really personal question now, and feel free to but do you, bearing in mind you employ a fitness coach, do you employ a business coach as well? And I'm happy for you to tell me to mind my own business.
No, I actually don't.
Yeah, okay. So this entrepreneurial spirit, where does that come from? What drives you? I just
always want to do better. I don't know why. My head has got so many ideas in it. I just can't stop.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I find you such an inspiration, and I know that's very easy to say because we're on a podcast, but I find coming to see you with the sunbed, it's like a mental reset for me, because there's always something going on, there's always something happening, there's always something moving forward, and it's an exciting environment to be in. Give me a going back to the Pink Power Club, because I think it's just amazing. Give me a timeline of when can people sign up? I presume people are going to be able to sign up before, or are you going to have a launch party? What's the deal?
Yeah, so we're going to start advertising in the next few days. Sign-ups are going to happen straight away. We are opening on the 3rd of August.
Wow. Yeah.
So we probably advertise some sort of pre-launch, but the main opening day is the 3rd of August. There is going to be a special founders members group, so there will be a special rate of membership and you'll be locked in at that price for the first 100 people that sign up. So be one of those founders. Join the Pink Power Club.
Yeah. Pink Power Club future. So listen, how can people sign up? Is there a website yet? Is there an Instagram page yet? What?
Nothing available as yet. I'll be advertising it all through the salon page. Yeah. So as it's next door to the beauty spot, it makes sense to tie us together. So and obviously everyone that follows us here already will see it, and I should imagine want to come and join. So I'm ideally wanting to merge the two. Details on how to sign up, book your induction will follow shortly.
Yeah, that's great. So again, asking out of the script here, but are you happy to allow me to promote that whenever things come through, and maybe do another podcast or a pre-launch or a launch party or whatever?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that. That would be amazing. Yeah, so grateful.
Yeah,
for all of your help.
No, it's just absolutely great. So, to sum up, Tanya is not standing still. Watch this space. The Pink Power Club is happening. The beauty spot is going from strength to strength. Dare I mention maybe a coffee area that's happening outside?
Oh, yeah. That's coming.
Well, funny enough, when I called in the other day, there was a lady there who said, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice to get a nice coffee here?" And I thought, should I say something or
it's on the way.
It's on the way. But Tanya, thank you so much for spending the time. I know how busy you are. I know that it's been trying to get you to sit down and spend half an hour with me, and it does mean the world to me. So thank you for the kind words.
Thank you for having me.
No, you're very welcome. I'll let you go because I know you've got a million things to do. But on behalf of everybody, thank you so much for spending the time, and good luck with the Pink Power Club. Keep me in touch and we'll get it moving.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tanya.
Bye.